In the previous part, we spent all the time in the terminal. In the last one, we will now have a look at some slides as well. First, let's have a look at the expected timelines. The Strumsy 048 release with the V1 Beta 2 support was released in early September. Now, the Strumsy 049 release, which was the main focus of these videos and which will bring the support for the V1 API, but still keep the V1 Beta 2 API support, will be released in November. Then in January, it will be followed with the Strumsy 050 release, and in February, with the Strumsy 051. Both of these releases will also support both the old V1 Beta 2 API as well as the new V1 API. And then finally, in April, we hope to release Strumsy 1.0, which will support only the V1 API. Of course, this is just the plan, and as all plans, it's subject to change. When upgrading, you will not need to go through all these versions listed here. You should be able to start with some older version, such as 047 or 48. Then you will need to upgrade to at least one of the versions 049 up to 051. And then from there, you should be able to upgrade to Strumsy 1.0 or later. So for example, you can start with Strumsy 047, upgrade to Strumsy 050, convert all your custom resources, do the CRD upgrade, and then upgrade to Strumsy 1.1. Of course, there are quite a lot of different combinations, and please keep in mind that we will not be able to test thoroughly all of the different version combinations. So make sure to test the upgrades in your own test environments first. Let's at least quickly go through some of the main API changes, which are released with the Strumsy 049 version as well. There is quite a significant refactoring to the Kafka Connect and Kafka Mirror Maker 2 custom resources. And there's a pretty big change to the metrics configuration in the Kafka Bridge resource. The changes to Kafka Connect and Kafka Mirror Maker 2, they are new in the 049 release, but the Kafka Bridge metrics changes, they are already available in the previous releases. There's also a bunch of changes in the Kafka custom resource. The type OAuth authentication and the type Keycloak and type OPA authorization, these APIs are deprecated and will not be supported in the V1 API. You can still use OAuth authentication and Keycloak or Open Policy Agent authorization, but to configure them, you should now use the type custom authentication and authorization. Also, as we saw in one of the previous videos, the resource configuration in the Kafka custom resource in spec.kafka is deprecated and is not supported in the V1 version as well. And there are, of course, many smaller deprecations and individual fields which will be there as well. For all the different changes, you can check the documentation for the main branch, and you can also check the changelog, which is in our Git repository, which contains all the main changes. That's it. Hopefully these videos were useful and gave you a bit better idea what to expect from Strumsy 049 and from Strumsy 1.0. Thanks for watching.